Know that everyone is going to see exactly what they want to see in that debate. And your timeline on X will reflect that. The people that were already voting for Trump were further committed to Trump. The people that were already committed to Kamala thought she was the most wonderful thing as she graced the stage, and she was emotive. And that's what's to be expected because, as you said, we are an increasingly polarized country where people are just, they put on their blinders and they see exactly what it is that they want to see.
Yeah, I'm also conscious that all the commentators I see saying Kamala absolutely wiped the floor with him, she was the winner on the day, they are the same people who told me that Joe Biden was at his peak, on top of his game, that he was going to kill Trump, and he was a guy as sharp as he'd ever been. So I have this problem with trusting the commentariat.
That's where everybody is today. I mean, it's the reason why people like me have such big shows is because they don't trust the commentary. They understand that when we're referring to the establishment, we're referring to an establishment of lies. So they've all agreed on one narrative. Doesn't matter what the issue is. Like I said, it could be from COVID. It can be transgenderism. It can be about who they want to be the president. And they push that. And they have decided Kamala Harris is who the establishment wants Kamala Harris to win. And so no matter what she does, they will present an excuse for it, similar to what they did for Joe Biden, as you mentioned, who was in a steep mental decline. We had been saying it since he first ran, and they were hiding him and using the excuse of COVID. And they kept making it cute. Oh, it's another Biden gaffe. Oh, haha, how sweet. He's mixed up the names of his children. Oh, he keeps thinking Beau is alive and his son actually died. They made this excuse of like, he isn't just a funny grandpa. And we're accusing people who were going, no, this is a man that's in mental decline, of being horrific, backwards, racist, sexist, the whole thing. So it's the exact same thing. Now we just fast forward. They have their candidates, Kamala. She can do nothing wrong. Even she could do something wrong in broad daylight, and they would turn that into a positive. And that's just the way it works. We don't have an honest media. We just have people that are interested in brainwashing the public not to believe their own eyes.
Yeah, and can you tell me... are illegal immigrants, I knew that'd get a laugh out of you, are illegal immigrants in the United States eating people's pets?
Well, it depends on what reality you want to live in. You either believe the people themselves who are saying and reporting that this is what is happening in their community, that their pets are going missing and that they're watching these immigrants grab animals off of the street and that they're eating them, or you believe the establishment, which tells you that they looked into it and the city manager said that that is not true. I'm going to go with, in the post-COVID society, we tend to lean towards people that are telling you what's happening. I don't know what incentive someone would have to falsely report that their animal had been taken and eaten. I don't see like if that's like the moment that you want for the TV cameras to follow you. And so Donald Trump was reporting on what people had been reporting on in the community. And then of course, ABC, who they were also debating Trump, were already prepared to say that's simply not happening. And their incentive is because they don't want people to focus on the issue, the immigrant issue crisis that we're facing right now in America. And it's something that is ripe on everyone's mind. So they're going to try to make it seem like crimes are not bad and that these radical things are not happening. But, you give it 6 months and they'll admit that it happened and that they just hadn't yet received the report. And there we go on this merry-go-round of
bro. Like everyone on TikTok, on Facebook, making these jokes to get everything fucking funny. Like, imagine you being homeless for a whole fucking year for no fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? This shit is not fun. This shit is not cool, bro. They really out here decapitating animals and y'all are making jokes out of it. Imagine if you went outside and you saw your dog's head decapitated on the fucking ground. Like, why are y'all thinking this shit's a joke? It's not a joke. I don't feel comfortable walking anywhere. Like, what the fuck? I should be able to feel safe in my own city. Everybody's fucking homeless out here. Ain't shit but fucking scary ass Haitians just lurking and creeping and shit. Y'all thinking this shit's motherfucking funny? I keep making this shit up.
Allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
I support buybacks.
How mandatory is your gun buyback program?
It's mandatory.
I will not ban fracking. I have not banned fracking as Vice President of the United States. And in fact, I was the tie-breaking vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which opened new leases for fracking.
Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office, adding the United States to the list of countries who have banned this devastating practice?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as Vice President, private health care options.
You support the Medicare for All bill, I think initially co-sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders. You're also a co-sponsor on it. I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Well, listen, the idea is that everyone gets access to medical care. And you don't have to go through the process of going through an insurance company, having them give you approval, going through the paperwork, all of the delay that may require. Who of us has not had that situation where you got to wait for approval and the doctor says, well, I don't know if your insurance company is going to cover this? Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
The United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill, which I supported. And that bill would have put 1,500 more border agents on the border to help those folks who are working there right now overtime, trying to do their job.
And I think there's no question that we've got to critically re-examine ICE and its role and the way that it is being administered and the work it is doing. And we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
And it's
have described Vice President Kamala Harris as a progressive. She has previously supported Medicare for All. Now she does not. She's previously supported a ban on fracking. Now she does not. These, Senator, are ideas that you have campaigned on. Do you think that she is abandoning her progressive ideals?
No, I don't think she's abandoning her ideals. I think she's trying to be pragmatic and doing what she thinks is right in order to win the election.